18, Josh Tokarski. Number 25, Trevor Linsmeyer. Starting lineup for Wisconsin Rapids. Shortstop, number 10, Langdon Freeman. Starting pitcher, number 17, Gage Honeyegger. Designated hitter, number 13, Adam Bouchard. In center field, number 26, Jordan Seligowski. The catcher, number 24, Nolan Hartman. At third base, number 23, Carson Orheim. In left field, number 19, Josh Bush. In right field, number 22, Brett Fox. Second baseman, number 14, Landon Jones. And at first base, number 5, Eli Graff. Also welcome the head coach of the Ramblers, Gary Smalley, and the assistant coach, Ryan Hartman. And that is the Wisconsin Rapids Ramblers. Now for Eau Claire, post 53, we welcome non-starters, number 6, Jamison Koska. Number 11, Karsten Trowbridge. Number 18, Victor Mack. Number 24, Logan Lanners. Number 25, Logan Twitchell. And number 34, Logan Zinsmaster. And to the best of my knowledge, those 3 Logans are not related. Now the starting lineup for Eau Claire. Center field, number 2, Grant Locken. Left fielder, number 14, Gabe Secker. The starting pitcher for Eau Claire tonight, number 23, Maddox Skirts. At first base, number 32, Tommy Perkins. At third base, number 38, Dawson Quaid. Designated hitter for Eau Claire, number 17, Jack Gabler. In right field, number 37, David Ankeny. At second base, number 31, Gunnar Hayden. The shortstop for Eau Claire, number 29, Harrison Haas. And the catcher, number 28, Jack Harris. And would you also please welcome head coach for Eau Claire, John Rauch, and his assistants, Kevin Zinsmaster and Tyler Black. And we also will introduce our umpires for tonight's game, John Bulow, Alex Bartman, and Darren Olson. Play ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to American Legion Baseball 17 and under state tournament. We have for you game number 2, Wisconsin Rapids and Eau Claire. And Rapids will be leading things off. This will be Landon Freeman doing the honors to lead things off. First pitch at 7:01. And let's see what the temperature is, friends. '82. Running pretty much on time. We'll do the defense for Eau Claire here in a moment. Landon Freeman, the shortstop, leading off. 2-1 count to him. Maddox Gertz on the hill for Eau Claire here in this second game. Jack Harris, his battery mate behind the plate. Count is 2-1. Make it 3-1. Right-hander delivers. Ground ball off his glove. Scooped up by Hayden. And an infield single for Landon Freeman to lead things off for the home team, Wisconsin Rapids Post 9, known as the Ramblers. Tommy Perkins at first for Eau Claire. Gunnar Hayden at second. Dawson Quaid at third. Harrison House at short. The outfield for Eau Claire, left to right, Gabe Secker, Grant Locken, and David Ankeny. Jake Gabler is DHing tonight. And Maddox Gertz on the hill for Post 53, Eau Claire. Another left-handed hitter, and Gage Honeyegger, the pitcher for Rapids. Big crowd on hand tonight. Sun is breaking through the clouds. Still have that Canadian wildfire haze in the air. They had an air quality alert out again today. And as the week progresses, it's going to get roasty toasty. Freeman, good lead off of first, but being held on by Perkins. Fly ball foul. Throw back to first, not in time. Forgot to announce my name is Joe Anderson, bringing you play-by-play. Olivia Zimmerman mans the meters as my producer today. And snagged by Haas in the air. Good catch on the fly and diving grab by Harrison Haas. That was a great defensive play. Adam Betchard, the
hitter, number 13, Adam Bechard.
There, I was wrong all 3 times. Adam Bechard. Learning some new names today. And he takes a strike one right down the middle. And we have a professional photographer outside the door. 0-1 the count to Bechard. Fouls that one off. 0-2. Top of the first, just underway here in game number 2 between Wisconsin Rapids and Eau Claire. Gertz will check the runner at first. He gruns. Hit and run is on. Could be 2. They're only going to get the out at 1. As Bechard grounds out. That moves Freeman over to second, but 2 outs. Brings up Jordan Seligowski, the center fielder.
Center fielder, Jordan Seligowski, number 26.
Had an exciting game in the first game, and Seligowski, little chopper back to Gertz. He picks it up over to first for the 3rd out. Rapids sends 4 to the plate, but does not score. We head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless. You're watching the 17 and under Wisconsin American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to the Zaleski Sports broadcast of the 17 and under Wisconsin American Legion Baseball State Tournament here from beautiful downtown Wisconsin Rapids. Joe Anderson here, joined by Olivia Zimmerman. Let's look at the defense now for the Ramblers of Wisconsin Rapids, post 9. Eli Graff is at first. Landon Jones at second. Carson Orheim, the third baseman. Landon Freeman at short. Josh Bush from Zaleski Sports, man's left field. Jordan Sologowski in center. Brett Fox in right. Adam Bichard is the DH. Nolan Hartman is catching, and Gage Honeyyeager on the hill for Wisconsin Rapids. Zaleski's very own Josh Bush in left field, wearing number 19, the old Robin Yount number. And left-handed pitcher Gage Honeyyeager on the hill for Wisconsin Rapids. Coming up for Eau Claire will be Grant Locken, Gabe Secker, and Maddox Gertz. Locken leading off the bottom of the first for post 53, number 2. And Honeyyeager from the windup. Fouled off, strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count to leadoff hitter Grant Locken. Here's the pitch. Making 1-1. Locken wearing the stirrups the way I like them. That's the way we used to wear them back in the day. See Landon Jones. They have Landon and Landon up the middle defensively. Freeman at short and Jones at second. Fly ball right field. Going to be extra bases. It's going to bounce to the wall. Locken digging for second. He's going to go for third. He's running, he's bumbling, he's stumbling. He's at third and held up, and a leadoff triple for Grant Locken. Good first sign for the Eau Claire post 53 kids. A leadoff triple. Gabe Secker, now the batter. Locken hit that right in the gap between Sologowski and Fox in right center field. And Secker batting from the left-hand side of the plate. Honeyyeager checks at third from the stretch. The pitch outside for ball 1. Count even at ball and the strike. Locken at third. Pretty good lead in foul territory. And a good stop by Hartman behind the plate. 6 pitches so far for Mr. Honeyegger. And the count is 2-1. Didn't get that pitch. Now it's 3-1. He comes set, checks Locken at third, and the pitch. Outside, walked him. Oh, he called it a strike. Well, Secker was going to trot over to first base. He thought it was ball 4. And they say, no, it's full count, 3-2. And the pitch. Outside, now it's ball 4. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Maddox Gertz, the pitcher, can help his own cause here.
Eau Claire pitcher, number 23, Maddox Gertz.
Learning some new names of young people these last couple games. See if and they are going to do the double steal. And Locken's going to come in, and Secker's going to reach on a high throw. So Locken will come in as Hartman tried to gun out Secker, who stole second. Count is 1-0 on Maddox Gertz. Nobody out, 1 run in already for Eau Claire. You always wondered when they're going to do that double steal when you have runners at the corners with nobody out or 1 out, and they did it to perfection there, did Eau Claire. And the pitch. In the dirt, but Hartman knocks it down. They're going to go for third. And wow, another wild throw from Hartman is going to allow Gabe Secker to score the second run of the inning. So a couple of tough throws from Nolan Hartman behind the plate. And no bueno for Wisconsin Rapids. And Gertz still in the batter's box with bases empty. Nobody out. And he fouls that one away. A lot of aggressive base running for both teams. We look at Madison Gertz. Hitting .333 in this tournament. And not a good start for Gage Honeyegger on the hill. And a chopper could be trouble. Just got him by a hair. Good play for Landon Freeman to scoop that chopper up and get it over to Graff at first for the first out. Tommy Perkins now steps in the batter's box.
First baseman, number 32, Tommy Perkins.
And the left-handed hitting Tommy Perkins. That pitch low and inside for ball 1. Not a good start for Greg Honeyegger. $16 pitches already with only 1 out. Make that 17. Oh, he got a strike there on the outside corner. Lights will soon be turned on. Inventing new words, soonly. Pitch low and away, 2-1. A lot of baseball tournaments. They're going to be, Zaleski will be at Marinette. Bring you those baseball games. And we've got a lot of amateur baseball tournament games coming up. And before you know it, we'll have high school football. A plethora of games on the networks of Zaleski Sports. 2-2 the count. One away, bases empty. Perkins takes ball 3. Full count. And the pitch. Perkins swings and misses. Chases that outside all-speed pitch for out number 2. First strikeout of the game for Honeyegger. That brings up Dawson Quaid, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 38, Dawson Quaid.
Dawson Quaid hitting from the right side. Honeyegger's pitch. Called a strike. Sometimes you get an umpire like Mike Steinwagner, you know it's a strike. You'll know it when I'm behind the plate. You'll know it's a strike. I usually never said anything if it was a ball. But you'd hear me say strike. That one outside for a ball, 1-1. Two outs. Honeyegger, the pitch. Ground ball. Second base, Jones will scoop it up. Over to Graff for out number 3. 2 runs come in for Eau Claire here in the bottom of the first as they take a 2-0 lead. You're watching Wisconsin American Legion Baseball State Tournament here on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of the 17 and under Wisconsin American Legion Baseball State Tournament here from beautiful downtown Wisconsin Rapids. Joe Anderson here along with Olivia Zimmerman. Thanks for settling in and watching. If you're at home, sitting in the recliner or on the couch enjoying the AC, there's plenty of seats still available. We've got a pretty darn good crowd here, though. If you come on out, Southwood County Park. Leading off here in the top of the second is Nolan Hartman, followed by Carson Orheim and Josh Bush. The 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup. And, plunked right in the back. Hartman. See an awful lot of batters being hit. As Tommy Winsek for Middleton in the first game hit 5 batters.
Third baseman, number 23, Carson Orheim.
Carson Orheim, first at bat here in this contest with Nolan Hartman at first. And I think they've turned the lights on. Yes, they have. They're very funky lights. They're not those big scoop lights like in the old days. They're kind of like, they remind me of laser beam lights. They're little slits, but they really light the field up. That pitch outside. Sometimes you see courtesy runners also for the catcher, none for Mr. Hartman. Takes a pretty good lead off of first. Perkins holding him on. And the pitch outside, ball 3. Fakes the bunt, and another walk. First 2 batters get on. You can hear the very strong Wisconsin Rapids home crowd cheering on their boys. Josh Bush, our very own Josh Bush of Zaleski Sports, steps into the batter's box now.
Number 19, Josh Bush.
Had the chance to work with him at a ball game last year. Nice young man, very knowledgeable. I'm working with a pretty doggone good producer here, too, in Olivia Zimmerman. I've yet to have a bad producer. Other than me, I'm a bad producer. And Bush takes strike 1. 2 on, nobody out. Infield fly rule in effect. Bush squares up to bunt. And what's the call? 1-1. Bush squared the bunt. Gertz throws a strike. Well, Bush will have to be swinging away here. 1-2 the count. Infield fly rule in effect. Here's the pitch. And low for ball 2. Count even. Infield fly with runners on first and second and less than 2 outs. Ball is popped up into the infield. The batter is declared out. The runners run at their own risk. The pitch. High. And Bush works the count full. 3-2. Gertz checks the runners and comes to the plate, and Bush fouls that one off. Young Mr. Josh Bush. Nolan Hartman at second, Carson Orheim at first, nobody out, and full count to Josh Bush. The pitch. Called. Strike 3, right down Broadway for the first out. Infield fly rule still in effect as Brett Fox steps in the bat. Fox from the left-hand side.
Right fielder.
Number 22.
Brett Fox.
Ideal situation to get some runs here for Rapids, and a base hit foul. No, foul down the right field line, just ahead of the pitch. That would have been extra bases and probably scored a run. As Eau Claire leads 2-0 here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. High for ball 1. Ball 1, strike 1. Tell the humidity is kind of calmed down a little bit as the sun starts to set to our left. Popped up, but it's going to be in the outfield. Locken will make the catch. Hartman will try to draw a throw, but doesn't. Second out. That'll bring up Landon Jones, the number 9 hitter. And this is always the hardest part, getting that third out.
Second baseman, number 14,
More runs score with 2 outs. That's right down Broadway. That pitch low and away for ball one. 1-1 the count with 2 away. 2 on. Right down Broadway. I guess here in Wisconsin Rapids, you would say right down 8th Street South. 1-2 the count. Gertz checks the runners. Comes to the plate. Outside. Good stop by Harris behind the plate. Two and two. Ground ball. Through the hole into right field. And they're going to hold the runner at third. Hartman held up at third. As Jones with a base hit the right. Not deep enough to send the runner. That'll bring up Landon Freeman, who led off the game for Rapids with a single. Was stranded at second.
Top of the order for the Ramblers, shortstop Landon Freeman.
The pitch. Ground ball right at Perkins at first. He'll get the put out himself, and that will end the inning. Rapids threatens but does not score. We head to the bottom of the second with Eau Claire leading Wisconsin Rapids 2-0. You're watching baseball on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Zaleski Sports. Joe Anderson and Olivia Zimmerman bringing you this ball game tonight. The second game of a doubleheader here from Wisconsin Rapids. We are bringing you the 17 and under Wisconsin American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Hope you're enjoying it. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Will be Jake Gabler, the DH, David Ankeny, and Gunnar Hayden facing Gage Honeyyeager. And the left-hander for Rapids with the pitch. And Gabler fouls that one away. Jake Gabler, the DH tonight, hitting for catcher Jack Harris. Umpire comes out and makes sure that the Mr. Honeyyeager gets the baseball. When I worked behind the plate as an umpire, I never threw the ball out to the pitcher because I didn't want everybody to see what a poor throw I could do. So I would make sure that I always gave it to the catcher and had him or her, if it was a softball game, toss it to their pitcher. 0-1 the count to Gabler. Ground ball foul, first baseline. Coach almost had it for Eau Claire. Just a bit outside. Friends, if you are prone to not liking hot weathers, you're going to be staying inside Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Close, but no bubblegum. 1-2. They are predicting a high of Wednesday of 95, 102 for Thursday, and 92 on Friday. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Make that 2-2. So if you're smart on Thursday, you'll hunker in the bunker in the air conditioning and keep cool. I probably will end up going down to the farm to mow lawn again. I've got to take my own advice sometimes. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch to Gabler. Full. Woohoo! Mr. Gabler. Wearing the stirrups the way you're supposed to. The pitch from Honeyegger. In the dirt, walked him. Gabler, patient at the plate, draws the walk. That'll bring up David Ankney. David playing right field tonight. Sports number 37 on his back. David batting from the right side. Shout out to the Wisconsin Rapids Baseball Club for sponsoring these games. Throw to first, back in time. Bringing these games to you commercial free. So a shout out to them and thank you. Thank you to you as well for watching tonight. That pitch called a strike. Gunnar Hayden on deck for Eau Claire. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Honeyegger with pitch number 33 upcoming. The runner goes, swing and a miss. Strike him out, throw him out. Double play. So a strike him out, throw him out, double play. With 2 down brings up the number 8 hitter, Gunnar Hayden. Honeyegger, the pitch, fouled off. Let's see for Mr. Hayden. Hitting .250 in the tournament. Behind in the count 0-1. Swing and a high cheese for strike 2. Just about swung right out of his shoes. 0-2 to the number 8 hitter in the lineup. The pitch. Foul off. Defense straight away. Outfield. Middle. Not too deep. 0-2 pitch. Chopper to second base. Landon Jones will glove it. Or to first for the out. So strike him out, throw him out, and a ground ball. No score for Eau Claire in the bottom of the second, but they lead 2-0, heading in the top of the third. You're watching the Wisconsin American Legion Baseball State Tournament here on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to Zaleski Sports for inning number 3 of this second game of the 17 and under State American Legion Baseball Tournament.
Number 17,
Gage Honeyyeager will lead things off here in the top of the third for Rapids, trailing 2-0. It'll be Honeyyeager, Bouchard, and Siligowski. And the left-hander takes ball 1. And a base hit to center field. Which causes Olivia to cheer. So a leadoff single for Gage Honeyyeager. And if you saw the camera jiggle a little bit, it's Olivia going, yay! Mr. Bouchard now batting. 0 for 1 on the evening. And they send Honeyyeager, and he steals second. All the little things that help you win a ball game, stolen bases, bunts, defensive plays, just the little things. Honeyyeager now at second, and the count 1-0 to Bouchard. And pitch low and away for ball 2. Foul that one. Foul down the first baseline. Are you friends with Mr. Honeyyeager? No. Just happy for Rapids. She's happy for Rapids. Okay. She is a Wisconsin Rapids product. I understand. Okay. 2-1 the count. And a 59-foot fastball, and Honeyyeager's going to go to third and round and look. And a wild pitch from Maddox Gertz. And now Gertz kind of having his issues, as Honeyyeager did in the first. Honeyyeager, speaking of which, at third base, the count now 3-1 to Bouchard. And he pops it up in the infield. Gertz will make the catch. Not an infield fly, as they were runners, no, less than 2 outs, yes, but got to have runners at first and second. So Honeyyeager tagged up but did not advance. That will bring up Jordan Siligowski. And he hits a fly ball to center field. It's going to be a sac fly as Locken makes the catch, but Honeyyeager will come in to score the first run for Wisconsin Rapids to make it 2-1. So an RBI sac fly for Jordan Siligowski. Nolan Hartman now with bases empty. So Hartman hit by a pitch, his first at bat. Took it right in between the shoulder blades. Maddox Gertz throws hard. There's a couple times he's lost his cap during the motion. Here's his pitch. And as I said there, it kind of falls off the side of his head. Count is 1-0 to Hartman. 1 run in with 2 outs. Gertz will readjust his chapeau, reset from the windup. And Harris springs into action and makes sure he knocks that ball down. 3-1. And that's going to be fouled on the third baseline. Quaid will track it down and toss it back to his teammate. everything on this field is artificial turf. There is no dirt, none whatsoever. Some people really like playing it, some people don't. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball right up the middle. Yeah, he just got him. Just got him. Good defensive play. Nevertheless, Rapids gets on the board with 1 run. We head to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1, Eau Claire over Rapids. You're watching the American Legion's Baseball State Tournament on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to Zaleski Sports Broadcast of the Wisconsin American Legion 17 and under baseball state tournament from Wisconsin Rapids, Southwood County Park. Joe Anderson and Olivia Zimmerman bringing you this game tonight. Game 2 of 2 on the network. We head to the bottom of the third inning, 2-1, Eau Claire leading Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 9-1-2 hitters in the lineup for Eau Claire: Harrison Haas, Grant Locken, and Gabe Secker. And Gage Honeyegger still on the hill for Rapids. Pitch number 38 for him. Remember, you've got a limit of 100 pitches. If you want the big explanation of how it all works and how many days off on how many pitches you throw, go to wiawi.org and you can look that information up. It would take too long for me to explain. 1-1 the count, make it 1-2 as Haas swings and misses at some high cheese. Zaleski Sports will be at Marinette for the State Legion Tournament for the seniors. 1-2 count. Fouled off, out of play. I've come to really like 2-lane roads. I've driven an awful lot down to Chicago and Madison the last 2 weeks, and give me 2-lane roads again. I don't like 6 lanes in one way. Here's the pitch. Orheim will scoop it over to Graff for the out. Been helping my daughter move out of Chicago back to Madison. And you've heard about how bad people, how bad of driving goes on in Chicago. Trust me, it's right. Olivia, don't crab about Wisconsin drivers. Trust me. Leadoff hitter Grant Locken. Grant scored the first run for Eau Claire. He's 1 for 1 with a single. That pitch high, count even, 1-1. Wednesday night, I'll be in Marshfield. Last concert for the Marshfield Civic Band. It'll be at the Oak Avenue Activity Center, 7 o'clock. Here's the pitch. Good stop by Hartman. It's the annual Sousa concert. That starts at 7 o'clock. Usually the concerts start at 7:30 and we play in Columbia Park. Beautiful place to play, but we will be indoors Wednesday for the last concert for the Marshfield Civic Band. That's Wednesday night. Here's the pitch. Right down 8th Street South. 2-2 now the count. Rather large contingent of hometown fans here. 1 out, 2-2 the count to Grant Locken. Honey Yeager's pitch. Fly ball, center field. Back goes Siligowski for the out. Two-way brings up Gabe Secker. Gabe walked and scored the second run in the first inning. Gabe, the number 2 hitter in the lineup for Coach Roush and Eau Claire. Secker hitting .500 so far in the tournament. After a tough first inning, Gage Honeyyeager has really settled down. 2 strikeouts in the contest so far. That pitch outside. Count even at 1-1. Lights slowly starting to take effect on the field. This facility just only a few years old. Fouled away for strike 2. One and 2 to count to Gabe Secker. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Gage Honeyyeager starting to heat up. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the 4th. It's 2-1 Eau Claire over Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching the American Legion State Baseball Tournament here on Zaleski Sports. After the bad dad joke, we're back. Top of the 4th. Carson Orheim will lead things off for Wisconsin Rapids. Orison walked in the second inning and facing Maddox Gertz. Both coaches looking to get some innings out of their starters. First game we had the one young man had to come out after 1 out in the second. And that was an exciting game. Ended in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. And One out in the chopper to short. They got the out at first, but the runner from third came in to score the winning run. Base hit to right field for Orheim. So a leadoff single for Carson here in the top of the fourth. Again, Rapids the visiting team, and here comes Zaleski Sports' own Josh Bush. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Gets the signs from Coach Smalley. Come on, Josh. Little favoritism, I know, but he's one of our guys. And bunt. Good bunt. Scooped up by Quaid. And nobody's covering first. Quaid scooped it up. But a mix-up between Tommy Perkins and Gunnar Hayden, who was covering first. So now we've got a base hit. I'm going to fight the power if they say it was an error. I'm going to just say it was a base hit.
Right fielder, Brett Fox.
Now we've got Brett Fox, the batter, with nobody out. Warner's at first and second, and he bunts. Nice bunt again. Well placed, and nobody can get it. And just like that, we've got bases loaded and nobody out. So 3 consecutive singles via the bunt. Base hit to right, and back-to-back bunts for hits brings up the number 9 hitter, Landon Jones. And Rapids can tie this, the tying run, 90 feet away. And a little nubber. And we got the force out at first, or at home, excuse me. As Jones will get the fielder's choice. As Orheim had to go home. His bases were loaded. And it was a ground ball. So Jones will get the fielder's choice and be at first. Fox at second, Bush at third. Bush the tying run, again 90 feet away. Landon Freeman the batter, 1 for 2. And that pitch low, boy, if that had skipped away, that tying run would have come in, but good work for Jack Harris behind the dish. Left-handed hitting Landon Freeman. Count 1-0. Bases loaded with 1 out. And that another one inside and low. Nearly hit him in the shins. Got those stirrups in the right spot. I don't like those long pants. I just don't. It's just, you know what I mean? I don't miss them from reffing football. Trust me, I don't miss the knickers for that. 2-0 the count to Freeman. And he slaps a base hit. No, good scoop. And misplayed. 1 run is in. Here comes the lead run. Holy cow. All right, so Freeman will get the fielder's choice. Jones will be out at second for the second out. Orheim and Bush, Bush and Fox both score on the misplay. And just like that, Rapids now with the lead, 3-2, with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. And there was an error on the throw. And Honeyegger, deep in the hole for Hayden, but can't get him. Now they've got a pickle and another bad throwing error for Eau Claire. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. And Landon Freeman will come in. As you got a single and an E3. And Honeyegger will end up at second. Oh, boy. And just like that, it's 4-2 Rapids. 3 runs here in the fourth inning with 2 outs. And they're going to have a defensive conference. What happened, friends? is you had Landon Freeman at second and Gage Honeyegger I can't even keep track of it. Watch the replay. If Olivia has replay, we'll show it again at the end of the inning. Because it was just sort of a holy smokes, the ball's going all over the place. Needless to say, 3 runs are in for Rapids, and they now have the lead 4-2 with 2 outs. Gage Honeyegger at second. And this is Adam Bichard, the batter. And Adam 0 for 2. Ground out and the fly out. Maddox Gertz. Fly ball right center field. Good play for Locken. A diving catch to get the out. 3 runs come in for Rapids here in the top of the 4th as they take the lead 4-2. You're watching Legion Baseball and Zaleski Sports. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Zaleski Sports. Did we get a chance to show that replay or no? We did? Cool. It happened so fast, my brain didn't process it fast enough. But needless to say, 3 runs came in for Rapids. They have the lead coming into the bottom of the 4th, 4-2. Let's see what Eau Claire can do. Gage Honeyegger on the hill yet for Rapids. He will face Maddox Gertz, Tommy Perkins, and Dawson Quaid. And starts out Gertz with ball 1. Carson Orheim in a little bit at third. Graff deep at first. And count is now 2-0. Lights starting to slowly take effect here. Fouled away. Southwood County Park here in Wisconsin Rapids for this state tournament for American Legion Baseball 17 and under. 2-1 the count. And bounced it in the turf. All the bases are in the turf. Well, I think you can take out first, second, and third base, but home plate is in the turf. All the lines are woven in. You can't dig out the back of the batter's box. 3-1 the count to leadoff hitter Maddox Gertz. And walked him. Talking about the World Cup. That's going to be happening, I believe, next year in Los Angeles and in the United States. And They talked about how the players won't be playing on, they do not play on artificial turf. They play on natural grass. They heard a story about the University at North Carolina hosting a game, and they have an artificial turf surface, safe at first. And they had to truck in natural grass and weave it all in on top of the turf so that soccer game could be played. I don't know what the price is, but I don't think it would be cheap. They mentioned when artificial turf first came in, it came in with the Astros in the Astrodome because the grass wouldn't grow in the Astrodome, because when it first opened it was all glass and outfielders would do. Oh, they got a pickle and a bad throw. And that's going to bounce around. And Gertz is going to stay at second. And Gertz could have gone to third, but held up for some reason. I don't know why. Nevertheless, he's at second. And they had him in a pickle, dead to rights, and just a poor throw from Jones. 0-1 the count to Tommy Perkins. And time call. Anyway, with the Astros, when they first built the first real big dome stadium, they had glass tiles, and the outfielders kept losing the fly balls, and so they painted the tiles over, except for one set. Pickoff play on, and they've got kind of a collision there at second. Gertz kind of grabbing his hand a little bit, but he's got that protective glove on that left hand. No, he does not. He just has the batting gloves on. Coach Roush is going to come out, maybe. Find out what's going on. He asked him, "You all right?" He said, "Yep, I'm good." He's holding his hands. He may have jammed something, but I don't know. To finish the Astros story, they painted over about 90% of the tiles on the roof, which helped the outfielders but killed the grass, so they came up with artificial turf. But it was nothing more than green plastic. They didn't really have much of a cushion underneath it. It was concrete or asphalt. And it pitched low and away. And then everybody got on the AstroTurf kick, because, especially television, because on TV it looks so nice and so clean. And 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Perkins now in the hole, 1-2. Anyway, at Veterans Stadium and at the Astrodome, they had such little padding. Could you imagine playing on some of that grass you buy at your hardware store and put on your deck? Just that plastic stuff, low and away for a ball. And being tackled on that by someone weighing about 350 pounds? No, thank you. That was one of the things they did not miss at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, was that turf. 2-2 count to Perkins. Gertz at second. And foul back. One of the wide receivers for the Chicago Bears tore both his ACLs, just running a pattern. Nobody touched him, and both knees just crumpled, just running on that turf. Give me grass any day. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Held up. Now count is full. And they ask the appeal, and third base umpire says he did not swing. Not to say you can't get hurt on natural grass either, but I know I'm the old man. Get off my lawn. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch from Honeyegger. High, walked him, ball 4. And back-to-back walks. They are making Honeyegger work, are the gentlemen from Post 53 in Eau Claire. And that brings up Dawson Quaid. 0 for 1, grounded out to Landon Jones at second. And we're going to have a mound visit here. Are we going to be having a pitching change? keep our eyes open, see what's going to happen. And I think we're going to have a pitching change. It looks like we are. And we are. Number 25 is going to come in for Rapids. And number 25 is Logan Twitzel. And Honeyegger is going to go to the outfield. We'll try to catch the changes here. Try to do some quick math here on Gage Honeyegger. Okay. He pitched 3 innings. And this is Twitzel coming in with runners at first and second. Okay.
Now pitching for the Ramblers, number 25, Trevor Linsmeyer.
Who did you say was pitching?
Trevor Linsmeyer.
Oh.
Josh Bush went from left field to right field.
Okay, hang on. I got to. Okay.
Went from left to right,
Okay.
and then Honeyegger went from Moan to left.
All right. Linsmeyer now pitching for Rapids, another left-hander. Runners at first and second, nobody out. The line on Gage Honeyegger, 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 runs were scored while he was on the hill. So Trevor Linsmeyer, the pitcher. Pitch outside. Josh Bush moves to right field. And Gage Honeyegger is now in left. Count is 3-1 to Dawson Quaid. And another walk. 3 walks in the inning, load the bases with nobody out. And Eau Claire, with one swing of the bat, can really break this game open.
Designated hitter, Jack Gabler.
And they're in kind of a pickle at the moment. Linsmeyer trying to kind of get things straightened away with his uniform here. Here's Jake Gabler, the DH. And the lefty comes set. And fouled off. 3 consecutive walks here in the fourth have loaded the bases for Eau Claire. Tying run at second base. Go ahead run at first. Trevor Linsmeyer comes set. And a fly ball right field. Back goes Bush. He'll make the catch. And Bush will throw it in, but a sac fly for Gabler. Brings in Maddox Gertz to make it 4-3. Runner still at first and second with just 1 out, so the infield fly is still in effect.
Right fielder, David Ankeny.
So David Ankeny part of that strike him out, throw him out in the second inning. And Linsmeyer starts him out with strike 1. And an excuse me swing. And he gets the fielder's choice. So Perkins had nowhere to go.
Second baseman, Gunnar
As it
Hayden.
really wasn't a pop-up. Now everything with 2 outs, everything is open. Runners at first and second. Quaid at second. Ankeny at first. And that double steal moves everybody up 90 feet. That run charged to Honeyjager. It's now 4-3. And Gunnar Hayden, the batter. Gunnar 0 for 1. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. And that pitch low and inside for ball 3. So Linsmeyer struggling here in relief of Honeyjager. And walked him. Walks seem to be hampering pitching here for Rapids.
Shortstop, Harrison Haas.
Haas the batter. Haas 0 for 1 with a ground out. No place to put him with 2 outs and the left-handed hitting shortstop. The number 9 hitter in the lineup for John Roush's Eau Claire post 53. Off speed pitch for a strike, dropped it in the bucket. And they're not paying attention. And a steal of home. Holy cow. Can we get a replay of that? Wow. You don't see that very often. Linsmeyer caught sleeping, and Quaid said, "You're not going to pay attention to me. I'm going to steal home." And he did. And we're now tied at 4. Don't see that very often. Thank you, Olivia, for your good work there. Don't often see somebody steal home. Linsmeyer kind of nonchalantly walking back to the mound, and Dawson Quaid just saw that and said, "I'm going to go home," and he did. He stole the base, stole home. Right up the middle. And got him. Wow, we've seen a lot in this game. Steal of home ties the score at 4. We head to the 5th. 4-4 between Wisconsin Rapids and Eau Claire. You're watching the 17 and under Wisconsin American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Zaleski Sports. And we're back here at Wisconsin Rapids for the Wisconsin American Legion 17 and under baseball state tournament.
Center fielder Jordan Salagowski.
Jordan Silagowski leading things off for Rapids here in the top of this fifth. This has been quite a game. We've seen an awful lot of stuff. Miscues, great defense, great pitching, walks, and a steal of home. And tied at 4 as we head to the fifth, and a slap to left field for a base hit. Silagowski reaches with a left field single. Nolan Hartman will bat. Nolan hit by a pitch and ground out, so 0 for 1. You wanted excitement, you're getting excitement. This game gives you about everything you want. Lights really starting to take effect now. Throw to first, back in time. Pretty close, but Silagowski back in time, being held on by Perkins. Squares to bunt, but pulls back. Gertz has given up 4 runs in his time in the hill. He struck out 1 and walked 1, hit 1 batter. Throw back to first, back in time. Tell you, sliding on turf, I don't think I'd rather slide on dirt. Olivia agrees. Hit and run is on. Perkins scoops it. Can't get the runner at second, so he'll take the out at first. That'll put Silagowski at second. And Carson Orheim, the third baseman, will bat. Carson walk and a single. Kind of got stuck in that bad spot where
third baseman Carson Orheim.
Where Landon Jones hit that half fly, half line shot. Slapped to House at short. Bobbles gets it in time. Close play, bang, bang at first. Silagowski will go to third. The lead run for Wisconsin Rapids 90 feet away is Josh Bush. 1 for 2. Steps in, the left field, now right fielder. Started out in left, he's now in right. And he looks at ball 1. Chopper could be trouble. House, gloves, and Bush will reach on the air by the first baseman. As the go-ahead run comes in to make it 5-4 Rapids. The usually sure-handed Tommy Perkins couldn't squeeze that throw, that low throw from Harrison Haas at short. Again, runner scoring with 2 outs, and the speedy Josh Bush at first now. And they're going to.
Number 22, Brett Fox.
Fox will bat. Don't know what's going on here. Everybody's kind of looking around. I think a ball came loose. That's it. They were warming up in the bullpen. And a ball squirted out. It's retrieved. We're all good. So Brett Fox, the batter, as Bush dives back to first. Fox on the evening, 1 for 2, a fly out and a single and a run scored in the 4th. Do not want the speedy Bush to get a good lead. I'll tell you, friends, if you wanted a really nice place for a state tournament, you can't have anything better here than Wisconsin Rapids. This is a beautiful facility. Ooh, inside for ball one. Want to know the count to Fox. And there goes Bush. Hit and run was on, fouled away. Got to hand it to Olivia. She's on the phone doing her stuff. But yet when you ask for an instant replay, she looks at me, yep, says, got it. And she does it. Multitasker. Don't worry, I do the phone thing too when I produce sometimes. So, snap throw to first and then get Bush. No! Perkins thought he had him. Josh Bush back in by the skin of his teeth. Whew. Good snap throw by Harris. Didn't get him. 2-1 the count now to Brett Fox with 2 out. And they are really keeping Bush close at first. Because with 2 outs, he's going on contact, and Mr. Bush can run pretty fast. Inside. 3-1. Wheels are turning in everybody's mind. Who's going where? Where's the ball going to go? Yeah. 3-1. Here's the pitch. There goes Bush. He nearly hit Fox. And walked him. So Brett Fox draws the walk. That brings up Landon Jones, the number 9 hitter.
Second baseman, Landon Jones.
And Landon 1 for 2. Single in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. And Gertz struggling here for Eau Claire. Got 2 outs. Gave up a run so far. Runners at first and second. Bush, good lead off at second base for Rapids. And that pitch outside. And Maddox Gertz struggling here. And Landon Freeman, top of the order, due up here in the 5th. If Jones reaches. Jones fouls that one away. Gertz gets the pitch he wants. Comes set, checks the runners, comes to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Good swing for Jones, but did not make contact. 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 on. May get full. Now the runners will go on the pitch. Full count with 2 outs. Rapids with 1 run in to take the lead here in the 5th. The pitch. And walk, the bases full. A sticky wicket for Eau Claire now, and we're going to have a defensive conference as John Roush will come out and talk to his players. Gertz was doing quite well, but struggled here in the 5th. Having a good defensive conference with his players, his pitcher, when asked what they're talking. Josh Bush is at third, Brett Fox is at second, and Landon Jones is at first. And batting now for Rapids will be Landon Freeman. Landon, a single, a ground out, and a fielder's choice, but scored a run
Ball, and when that paddle hits that
in the fourth inning.
I know, I play my wife. She's beaten me over and over and over in that game.
That'll bring him up. Here comes Mr. Freeman. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Shortstop Landon Freeman.
Walks have really hurt Maddox Gertz here in the 5th. And nice pitch. Nice off-speed curveball. Dropped it right in the bucket for strike 1. If you're Maddox Gertz, you want to strike out and get out of this inning. Do it yourself. And that pitch low. Tell you, Jack Harris has done really fine work behind the plate for Eau Claire. He has stocked down a lot of balls. 1-1 the count to Freeman. Nearly hit him. Gertz throws pretty hard. Lost his cap on that pitch. The big right-hander comes set. The pitch. Called a strike. Got that inside corner. 2-2. Runners will go on contact with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Josh Bush represents the 6th run for Wisconsin Rapids. And a base hit to left. Bush will score. Here comes Fox to score. What a big 2 RBI single for Landon Freeman. As Bush and Fox come in to score the 2nd and 3rd runs of the inning. Jones advances to 3rd, and it's now 7-4, post 9, Wisconsin Rapids. Gage Honeyegger. Called a strike. Gage 2 for 3 on the night. The pitch, fouled away. Always, always, always hard to get that 3rd out. Maddox Gertz, see if he can pitch himself out of this jam with runners at the corners. They may let Freeman take 2nd. And that pitch way outside. Me thinking out loud, I'm thinking that Mr. Gertz will not be in the 6th. He may not last the 5th. We'll see if he can pitch himself out of this. He's got a 1-2 count on Honeyegger. Make it 2-2. See what Coach Roush does here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Wow. I'll tell you, they send 8 to the plate and score 3 runs. Does Rapids, take the lead 7-4. You're watching baseball on Zaleski Sports. Okay, we're change of pitchers here now. Landon Freeman in for Wisconsin Rapids. Trying to do the numbers here quickly on Mr. Linsmeyer.
Leading off the Eau Claire fifth inning, top of the order, center fielder Grant Locken.
And a fly ball. Back in left field. It's going to be extra bases over the head of Honeyjager. And Locken is going to slide into third, and he's out. Honeyjager's going to stay at third and they're going to probably appeal. That ball hit over Honeyjager's head. He tracked it down in left field, Freeman to Orheim, and got the out. So Locken gets a double.
Left fielder Gabe Seckler.
And a 7.65 putout brings up Gabe Secker. Pitching line for Trevor Linsmeyer, 1 inning, no hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and allowed 1 run to score. As Landon Freeman on the hill for Rapids. Another fly ball. And another catch by Honeyjager. So Gage, 2 big plays here in the fifth. Maddox Gertz. Two up, 2 down. Gertz on the night, a ground out and a walk and a run scored. Eau Claire, 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth. And Rapids, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 3 in the fifth. 7-4. Here's the pitch. Big slap to third. Orheim guns it over to first, and they get the out. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 6th with Rapids leading 7-4. You're watching the American Legion Baseball State 17 and under tournament on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a pitching change for Eau Claire. Logan Twitzel will come in for Eau Claire.
For Eau Claire, number 25, Logan Twitzel.
Doing the line here on Maddox Gertz. So give me a moment. All right, 1, 2, 5, 7,
Leading off the Rambler sixth inning, designated hitter Adam Bouchard.
Mannix Gertz, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 7 runs were scored while he was on the hill. Leading things off here for Rapids would be Adam Bouchard. And Adam 0 for 3. Haas gloves it over to first. Perkins with the squeeze for out number 1. Good play by Haas at short. Big right-hander Logan Twitzel. That'll bring up Jordan Sologowski. And Jordan on the night, 1 for 3. One away. And that pitch inside the Sologowski for ball 1. Gertz roughed up in innings 4 and 5. Held Rapids to 1 run through 3, but 3 in the 4th and 3 more in the 5th. A big 2 RBI single by Landon Freeman made it 7-4. Here's the pitch. Held up, called a strike. Joe Anderson along with Olivia Zimmerman bringing you tonight's action here from Wisconsin Rapids in this American Legion 17 and under baseball state tournament game. Right up the middle, snake by Twitzel. Good defensive play by the pitcher. 2 up, 2 down. We'll bring up Hartman. And the catcher, Nolan Hartman, hit by a pitch, ground out, and ground out. So 0 for 2. Twitzel pitching from the stretch. Bases empty with 2 away. And that curveball didn't drop. Ball 1. Nice comfortable evening here in Wisconsin Rapids. Swing and a miss. Now down to 72 degrees. We started at 82. This game started at 7:01. Another strike. 1 and 2. You like to have tournament games start right on time. And they've done a nice job here in Rapids. 1 and 2 with 2 away. The pitch popped up, and it's over our heads. Count remains 1 and 2. If you look kind of in your screens, you can kind of see, if you look at the light standards, they're kind of new lights. They push a lot of the light down. Here's the pitch. Fly ball right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Hartman will reach with a single to right. And my point was, other than the fact that they're very efficient and they point that light down on the field, you can see the smoke yet, that haze on the lights.
We'll have a 50-50 announcement at the end of this inning.
Carson Orheim, the batter, with 2 away and 1 on. Carson, a walk, a single, and a ground out tonight. 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Slap to shortstop. Haas can't handle it. Base hit or error?
Base hit.
Okay, that's what I was going to call it too, a base hit. Because, I mean, even if Haas had gotten to it, it was very doubtful. Very doubtful he could have made the play. I don't think even Derek Jeter could have made that play. Josh Bush, the batter. Zaleski Sports' very own Josh Bush. Strikeout, single, reached on an error, but he's got 2 runs scored tonight. The speedy Bush playing right field. Here's the pitch. Chops it foul. 0-2. 2 on, 2 out. Bush batting from the right side. Runners going on contact with 2 away. And the pitch from Twitzel and fouled off. Olivia and I will be here tomorrow as well. Games at 4 and 7, I believe. She tells me the championship game will be at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High, almost in the zone. One and 2 the count. The pitch. Bush, little flare, but Ankeny will make the catch and right for out number 3. Head to the bottom of the 6th with Rapids leading Eau Claire 7-4 in the American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Back after this.
No runs, 2 hits, singles by Noah.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of this 17 and under Wisconsin American Legion's baseball state tournament game. Joe Anderson and Olivia Zimmerman bringing you this on the Zaleski Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
First baseman Tommy Perkins.
So Tommy Perkins will lead things off for Eau Claire. Perkins on the night. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Just kind of got an update from Steve Maves. Mr. Maves has said if Wisconsin Rapids wins tonight, they will play Middleton at 4 p.m. If Rapids would beat Middleton in the first game, the tournament is over. Middleton would need to beat Rapids twice tomorrow. Just got to still play the games. We'll see what happens. Freeman in his second inning of work for Rapids. And did he hit him? No, he didn't. So Perkins almost hit by the pitch. 2-1 the count. Perkins batting from the left side. And that pitch low and away for a ball. Ball 3, 3-1. In a close game, walks can really create havoc, and slaps a base hit to center. No, he doesn't. Good defensive play by Siligowski in center. He came in and then went back. Kind of stumbled a little bit, but made the catch. One away brings up Dawson Quaid. And Dawson, the third baseman, ground out in a walk and scored a run. And off speed, didn't get the corner. Landon Freeman falls behind now, 2-0. It's kind of been the story of this tournament where a pitcher will have a good inning and then just get kind of off rhythm, and now it's 3-0. I think this is the first 3-0 count that Freeman has had. Here's the pitch. That one right down 8th Street South for a strike. If you don't know what 8th Street South is, by the way, that's the main drag here in Rapids. 3-1 to count the pitch. Base hit to right. Quaid will reach, brings up Jake Gabler. And Gabler on the night, a walk and a sac fly with an RBI.
Designated hitter, Jack Gabler.
Freeman from the stretch, checks the runner, comes to the plate, and it's low and inside for ball one. This game has kind of had everything, even a steal of home. The pitch, outside. Freeman had a pretty quick inning in the 5th, struggling here in the 6th. Perkins worked the count but flew out to center. And now a base hit for Quaid and Gabler. Quaid's going to go for second, and he's in there with a stolen base. If you're Wisconsin Rapids, you don't want to go to sleep here. You've got a 7-4 lead, but that can vanish pretty quickly. Pickoff play at second, and he's there. Keeping Quaid honest. Gabler, the batter, he's got a 3-0 count. Freeman checks, comes to the plate. Strike. I think Gabler was taking all the way. At this time, if you're Eau Claire, you want to get base runners. Get them on any way you can. The pitch. Popped up. It's going to be out of play, foul. Just skim the net in left field. Three and two to Jake Gabler. Quaid at second. Landon Freeman, the pitcher. The set, the check, the delivery. Popped up, fly ball left field. Honeyegger makes the catch. One pretty, but it works. Two away, and that'll keep Quaid at second. And David Ankney, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fielder's choice.
Right fielder, David Ankney.
You can see how the lights really illuminate the field. They're a different light. as they push down. They're not like the big old scoop lights that we grew up with as kids. They're much more efficient and like the field better. Another pickoff at second. Nothing doing. If you remember the natural with Roy Hobbs wins the game when he hits the home run into the lights at the stadium and all the lights blow out. You ever seen that, Olivia? That's one of the greatest endings to a movie of all time. Two and 0 the count to David Ankney with make it 2-1. Quaid at second, 2-1 the count. Freeman's pitch inside, 3-1. Bottom of the sixth, 7-4 Rapids with the lead. Quaid in scoring position. The pitch from Freeman, and he walked him. No, called a strike. Full count. Tried to psych out the umpire, and he said, no bueno, that was a strike. Full count. Freeman, the pitch. And a risky throw as Ankney draws the walk. Quaid advances the third. Good squeeze on the ball by Carson Orheim, or it could have been disaster for Rapids. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And now you've got Gunnar Hayden, the batter, and Gunnar hits a foul down the third baseline. Gunnar 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Bottom of the order for Eau Claire. The 7, 8, 9 hitters have yet to get a base hit. That pitch high from Freeman. I don't know. Freeman gets the sign and the pitch. Off speed. Ooh. No. Call the ball. Close, but no bubble gum. 2-1 to count. The pitch. Fly ball. Left field. Center field. It's going to drop. 1 run will score. And they quickly get the ball back in as Quaid scores run number 5 for Eau Claire. An RBI single for Gunnar Hayden. First base hit for the bottom of the order for Eau Claire. And makes it 7-5. Two outs, 2 on. And Harrison Haas. And Freeman starting to struggle here in the 6th. Third pitcher of the night for Wisconsin Rapids. Foul away. That's Freeman's 35th pitch. Came in the 5th. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And Freeman needs 1 more swing and a miss to get out of this inning with only 1 run given up. 1-2 the count. Haas here swings, hits a baseball, and off the glove of Freeman at short. And they're going to hold.
Top of the order for Eau Claire, center fielder Grant Locken.
And we're going to have a defensive conference. As Logan Twitchell is at third.
50-50 tickets. Here we go. The winning ticket, 150495.
Defensive conference over. Tying run at first. And top of the order, and Grant Locken, the batter here in the sixth. Logan Twitchell at third. Landon Freeman trying to get out of this inning for Rapids. And a fly ball to right. Bush running in. Can't make the catch. And we're going to be tied at 7. Oh no, here comes the go-ahead run. It's in. Haas gives Eau Claire the lead as he comes in. A 3 RBI double for Grant Locken. Freeman 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. And we're now tied at 7. Actually 8-7. The lead now for Eau Claire as they store him back. Wow, this has been a game. Gabe Secker hits a fly ball, left field. Honeyegger makes the catch for out number 3. But 4 runs here in the 6th. Lead taken back by Eau Claire, 8-7. We head to the top of the 7th in this Wisconsin American Legion Baseball State Tournament game on Zaleski Sports. We'll be right back after this.
One error.
All right, friends, top of the 7th.
Leading off the Landers.
Rapids has to get a run in, or this game will be over. They've got 3 outs to go. And they bring up to the plate Brett Fox, Landon Jones, and Justin Tibbetts. The 8 and 9 hitters. And Logan Twitzel in relief here in the 6th. And a fly ball. It's going to be in foul territory. And a great catch by the third baseman, Dawson Quaid, to get the out.
Shortstop, Landon Jones.
Landon Jones, a single, reached on a fielder's choice and a walk. And who would have thunk that Eau Claire would storm back with 4 in the 6th, trailing 7-4 to take an 8-7 lead and be 2 outs away from the victory. 0-1 now to Landon Jones. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That steal of home is going to come back and haunt Wisconsin Rapids. That's all I can tell you. Foul back in the screen. Remains 0-2. And Coach John Roush is going to come out and talk to the umpire. Not sure what's going on. He's having a conversation. That steal of home by Dawson Quaid is the difference in this ball game, as he caught the Rapids defense asleep and snuck in. I don't know what's going on here, but there's a conversation. Okay, everything seems to be okie-finokie. And we go back here. It's 0-2 to Landon Jones. Logan Twitchell, the pitch. Outside for ball 1. And the contingent of Rapids fans cheering on their lads as they trail down by 1. 8-7 here in the top of the 7th. Twitchell from the stretch, the pitch. Strike 3. And Rapids down to their final out. And leadoff hitter Landon Freeman. Landon, a single, a ground out, a fielder's choice, and a 2 RBI single. We thought that hit would have been the winning hit for Rapids, but who expected Eau Claire to come back with 4 in the 6th? They played well. One 1-0 to Freeman. Logan Twitzel came in the 6th in relief of Maddox Gertz and has shut the door on Rapids down to their last out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Got to get that third out if you're Eau Claire. Got to keep the inning going if you're Rapids. Got to get a base runner on with 2 outs. 2-1 the count. The pitch inside. No, called a strike. Got the inside corner. Olivia's having kittens to my left. She's cheering on her Rapids team. 2-2 the pitch. Fly ball, left field, it's going to drop for a base hit. Rapids still breathing. Now down to Gage Honeyjaeger. Gage, fly out, single, strikeout. Said it 1,000 times. The hardest out to get is the third out. Quaid and Twitzel chatting at the mound. I think he's just probably saying, look, just let him hit it on the ground. We'll take care of it. Let the defense do the work. We got your back. And if you're Gage Honeyjaeger, you know you got to keep the ball anything close. You got to protect the plate. You got to get a base hit or get on base any way you can. Freeman at first. Honeyjaeger the batter. Twitzel the pitcher. Jack Harris the catcher. Strike. Honeyjaeger steps back in. Up in the box, close to the plate. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one down the left field line. And they're down to their last strike. You could feel the tension in the air right here, both sides of the stadium. 0-2. Down by a run, the tying run at first. And time called. Landon Freeman at first base, being held on by Tommy Perkins. Logan Twitzel, the pitcher. Gage Honeyjaeger, the batter. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, playable, center field, Locken will make the catch for out number 3. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Eau Claire comes back to claim the 8-7 victory over Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the numbers, and stay tuned, so hang on. I'm ready. Welcome back, friends. Quick numbers here before we sign off. Big comeback win for Eau Claire over Rapids, 8-7. Leading hitters first for Wisconsin Rapids, Landon Freeman went 3 for 4. Gage Honeyyeager 2 for 4. Carson Orheim 2 for 3. Pitching for Rapids, Gage Honeyyeager, 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 runs. Trevor Linsmeyer with 1 inning, 2 walks, 1 run, and Landon Freeman, 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 runs allowed. For Eau Claire, Grant Locken, 3 for 4. But the big play is in the 4th inning as Dawson Quaid caught the defense for Rapids asleep, and he stole home after a pitch. And that proved to be the difference as Eau Claire then opened up an 8-7 lead by scoring 4 in the 6th. We look quickly at the pitching line for Eau Claire. Maddox Gertz, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 walks. Struck out 2, allowed 7 runs, and hit 1 batter. Logan Twitzel, 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 strikeout. So the big win for Eau Claire tonight is they come back, trailing 7-4, and come back and score 4 in the 6th, in the bottom of the 6th, to claim the 8-7 victory here tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow from Southwood County Park. First pitch at 4 o'clock. That will be Olivia and I. We thank you for watching tonight. For Olivia Zimmerman, my excellent producer, this is Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching. Again, our final score here in game number 2, Eau Claire 8, Wisconsin Rapids 7. Have a great evening, everybody.